Wey, mi gente. Hello, what's up, Vix? You're always here early in the stream. I appreciate that. You're always one of the first, if not the first. Hello, what's up, Matt? I am going to try sustainless APOC and see what the highest damage I can hit is. Out of curiosity. Nice, GX. I want to see if I can hit like 6 or 7 milli if I run sustainless, but I'm not gonna lie, my Robin doesn't boost my my hardest damage all that much. I'm just grinding DU next, man. Hello, Leo. Can I see your Herda build after this? Sure. It's not the best. I'll say that right now. If I had a more optimal build. So right now I'm using an attack percent orb because I don't have an ice damage boost orb. And on top of that, I'm also using the wrong planar set. So Sigonia is what I'm using, which is actually really good for pure fiction. But for APOC and MOC, Sigonia is not that good. Izumo is better. Oh, Gab, what's up, Mantis? Oh, that's a lot of damage. You should, should I get E1 Ling Shaw or E0 Robin? For what exactly? I mean, I think in terms of overall value, probably, what's it called? Robin. But if we're talking about like current 3.x, like future meta, probably, you know, what the fuck is it called, Ling Shaw? I did not think he would actually hit there. Alright. So this is, I think this is a best case scenario. Please do not die. Do not die. Do not die. Okay. So, yesterday, we hit nearly 5.4 million with a sustain. I have a 100% crit rate, so I can't even miss a crit. Let's see how much this does. 6.7 million. So running sustainless increases her damage by like 20%. I don't even think I can clear this. I'm probably dead, but... yeah, I'm dead. But that's really all I wanted to see. Oh yeah, Robin's buff wasn't up. You're right. So it could be more. The issue with that stainless team in specific is that it's too SP costly. I think it would be a lot better for me if I had Sunday over Robin in there. Like 100%. I think Sunday's better. Unfortunately, I do not own Sunday. Do you think follow up will fall off and or Robin? Yeah, pretty easily. So whoever asked me about my build earlier, 90% crit rate, 150 crit damage. I think 110 speed is actually like a good thing on the Svarog side. It gets you like a second turn. And I'm using full Scholar and Sigonia. So yeah, I'm not using the right planar set. Otherwise, I'd be doing a lot more damage. And I'm using an attack percent orb. Because I don't have an ice damage one, as you can see. What's the trace priority for Remembrance MC? I'm pretty sure it's just these two. It's these two. Because these are like the buffs that Mem gives. This one as well. Because I think this, yeah. So this increases the HP of Mem. And yeah, that's basically it. I don't think this one does anything. Yeah, the rest of these are just attack. These are just for Mem's damage, which you don't care about really. Yeah. If your Mem is somehow like consistently dying, then you could probably level up these ones as well, but like these are the only two that you really need to get. Nice, Puya. I had to take a few tries yesterday to get a 2 cycle with my Link Shaw. This E1 helps quite a bit. I think the E1 is like a 20-25% damage increase. So this helps quite a bit. Robin just, I'm going to be honest, right? I think that I'd recommend for the Herda specifically, right? If you're trying to build a very specific the Herda team, I'd actually pull Tribby. Like, I'm not going to do it because I just don't want to. But Tribby's skill point positivity over Robin is like actually needed in this team. It's why I don't like using Robin anymore. Remembrance MC is way better. I'm pretty sure Remembrance MC gives more damage anyways, but where do you get the Remembrance Lycone? You get through the story? You get one through the story, and then you can get like the other, like you can get more copies from the MOC shop. It's in the MOC shop over here. They added it. It's right here. Is Tribby more SP positive than E0S1 Sunday? No, she isn't. No. E0S1 Sunday, there's no one more skill point positive than him in the game. RMC preferred speeds 160. Yeah, you want to run him with as like around 160 speed. I have him at 166 with two piece. And these were supposed to be my Sunday's relics, so now I have to farm the domain again. But yeah, I have Remembrance MC on 166, Herda on 163, and Linkshaw on 160. I'm not sure, Hayato. I don't even know what light cone you might be referring to. Milo, I think going for an Emanator is a pretty good DPS pull. I do think, right? I do think, I'm confident in saying this, Castris might get like the same support, if not more support, or just straight up be stronger than the Herda. But the Herda, I think, is like the second best EPS within like the next three patches. Because Emanators always get best in slot teammate support. So their damage skyrockets. I mean, probably Valk. Like, I'm just going to be honest, probably. Most of the damage comes from the MOC buff. Are you talking about the True Sting side? I was talking about the Svarog side. The Svarog side is what I two cycled. Oh, yeah, the MOC buff for sure does help here. Yeah, I agree. But I was mostly talking about Svarog. I think if I can two cycle this Svarog side, I can probably two cycle True Sting as well. True Sting's a lot easier because he's actually ice weak, and the swarm bugs do damage. I mean, you could just go for My Day over Caster's Valk. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably better that way, anyways. Like, if you go for both My Day and Castris, they're gonna want the exact same teammates. So one of those teams is gonna be unoptimal. So if you go for My Day, it isn't that bad. Like, genuinely, My Day's still gonna be really good for a long time. And if we ever get an HP support in the future, then all the better, right? All the better. What are your thoughts on skipping Olaf 3.0? I think it's fine. That's what I was originally going to do if I didn't get lucky on the Lycone banner. I don't think Castris and My Day will work together. Because Castris' best in slot teammates will probably be Sunday and Remembrance MC. And those two harmonies, or those two supports, can only give their buffs to one person. So it's like highly unlikely that you'd actually do that. Especially considering that My Day wants to hog action advance as much as he can. So giving all the action advance to like Castris is not exactly the best idea. It gets rid of a lot of My Day's value. Hello? Why are we targeting my RMC so hard? Oh my god, bro. Like, why do they do so much damage? And I can't zero cycle it. One of the lowest HP teams I've seen. What, mine? Yeah, it's not surprising. I think I need a skill on Remembrance MC one more time earlier. But it's whatever. I'm not gonna waste Herda's ult. There's no point. RMC looks goofy in his idol. He kind of does. This one's probably going to be a 3 cycle. The 2 cycle I got yesterday, I 0 cycled the first side. Oh, I used Fuyu1 by accident. Jeez, man. I thought that would have been enough for ult. Could you try Herda versus True Sting? I'll see. I don't think I can kill with the Herda here anyways. 11%. Is there any way I could save this? Nah, there's literally no way I saved this. Yeah, I needed to 0 cycle the first side. It's gonna end up being a 3 cycle as I thought. I mean, there's no point. Don't take Herda. There we go. What the hell is that sound? Oh, is my keyboard bugging? What is going on? Hello? There we go. Ling Sha. This is probably better. I get this off. I already have 300 pulls saved for Casters, but I don't know if I should go to E2 S1 or just E0 S1 and save for other characters like Phanon E0 S1. I mean, if we're all being honest, getting 2 different characters for 2 different comps is probably the better deal. Better to pull Jade / Ling Sha. Ling Sha. Jade is very easily like... Okay, one of the pluses of Jade on the Herda team is the skill point positivity. However, they're like... I'm going to be honest, unless you're going against like Hule, Ling Sha gives you the most like follow-ups and like attacks and all that stuff over any other sustain for the Herda. And it's not even really close. Like, I tried replacing Ling Sha with Robin and as well as what's it called, Serval, and my performance with Ling Sha was just straight up better. I could keep in mind the only reason it was technically better than Robin wasn't because the buffs were worse or like the action advance was worse, but my Bubbin isn't E1 or E2. So I just die before I could get like a 0 or 1 cycle off. Lingshaw is actually like really, really good on the Hurtus team. And there's a good chance Jade gets replaced by a Noxa. So do keep that in mind. The only thing I really like about Jade is she's like not as skill point heavy as like small Herda or Serval. Yeah, Puya. It should have been a 2 cycle. It should have been a 2 cycle. I just did a lot of misplays. It should have been a 2 cycle. I did it yesterday on my phone. I'm not sure about it. According, like, people were saying that Leaker said we weren't going to get any, but Leaker said we weren't going to get any preservation units, and now there's a leak that we might get one in 3.4. So that gives me hope that we will end up getting a Harmony at least in, like, late 3.x. What's the best team for E2 Herda? I'm going to be honest, like, any team. Like any team with E2 Herda is 0 or 1 cycling, even with a sustain. E2 Herda is a different breed, man. Tristan might get cooked in 0 cycles by your Herda? I don't think so. I'll try to do the Tristan side. Where's Robin? Oh my fucking god. Oh, Robin so far. Bro, like, I hate this so much. Like, the damage is so fucking atrocious. Yeah, as I thought. I'm skipping Tribby. I'm skipping Tribby. Even if Tribby ends up being a best in slot for the Herda, I need casters in Sunday. Like, there's too much priority on that for me right now. No, like, you guys don't understand. I'm way too low on pulls now after going for the Herda and her Lycone and her E1. Like, I'm just way too low on it. Yeah, I'd much rather save my pulls. Like, it's already bad enough that I'm skipping out on Anoxa and Tribby. Like, I can't go for Tribby, and then I'm not able to get Castress at all when I care about Castress way more than everyone else. Is there a way I can kill this girl without using Robin's ult? Like, stop. Oh my god. It keeps targeting the wrong... Whatever. That should be enough. And it's not enough. Oh my god. The damage without Robin is so fucking atrocious, man. This would be a waste on the Trotter. All hail Bubbin? Like, oh my god, man. There we go. No one needs anything. Don't. Nice. Robin E1 is solid vertical investment. It is. But, eh. Like, it's just like... I hate... Hunt is so fucking bad in this MOC, bro. It's so fucking atrocious. And, yeah. Faye falling off already? It's just the MOC. Like, they specifically made this MOC to fuck over everyone that's Hunt. It's really just that simple. When does that hand go again? I'm not going to be able to get Robin's ult in time. I have to fucking get rid of this thing. I'll just do this for now. can't even see the trotter. For a second, I thought I misclicked. When does Face Shadow take another turn? Okay. %3, bro. I just want to break both of them. Oh. Oh my god, 5 cycles. I'm so fucking trash. Okay, this could have been like 3 or 4 in fairness, but still, it's just absolutely atrocious. Like last MOC, I got a clean ass 1 cycle with a sustain. Like literally barely, like I almost 0 cycled with a sustain last MOC. Alright, let's see how well this does on the true sting side. It's a bad matchup for follow-up currently? Yeah, it's like the worst matchup possible. I think something a lot of people don't take into mind with Hunt is just way more broken when they only have to use their damage on like 1 or 2 mobs. And even then, with the current HP inflation, like these 1 or 2 mobs have way too much HP. Really? It's not enough? Don't kill her. Yeah, that's an easy ass fucking 0 cycle compared to the Svarog side. Alright. Oh, fuck. Is this gonna action advance my Herder or is my Herder above it? Oh my fucking god. What a waste of a turn. Not even any need a skill here. Hey, they should kill. I think this is gonna be a 2-cycle. It would have been way better if I killed them on the first cycle and got the trotters on the, this phase. Nice, another Fuyuan follow-up. Alright.
Nothing but a ball.
1.5 million is pretty good. Yeah, it's gotta be a 2-cycle. Could have been a 1. GG. Use non-sustainless? No, I'm not gonna do that again. I'd have to do the first side again and all that. Sustainless probably could 0-cycle this though. I don't really have a doubt about that. This side is way easier than Svarog's. Who do you think is better with Thurda, Mini Herda, or Serval? I'm pretty sure Mini Herda is better in Pure Fiction and APOC against like Ice Week enemies. But I think against like a few enemies, I think Serval is overall better. Since she can also just like basic and her basic hits multiple. And I also think it's easier to hit her ult. I think. But especially in Pure Fiction, Mini Herda is like way better. Which I'm actually going to try now. Yesterday I did this with Aventurine, but I want to try it with Lingsha. I'm using a follow-up attack buff. Nice. I never even realized. I was using a break effect buff on my fucking Pure Fiction yesterday. Could you rate Herda from 0 to 10 or you don't rate other builds usually? Oh, your Herda. I don't usually rate builds. I mean, it's quite obvious though. If you have near 100% crit rate with like around 150 crit damage or 140 crit damage, that's really good. And you just want Izumo planars with her like normal relic set. That's really all there is to it. Should I pull Herda's Lycone for my small Herda? I mean, I think it's her best in slot as well, but I don't know if you should pull a Lycone just for small Herda. Oh, did I miss the time stop? I'll show you the Herda stats after. They're nothing crazy. I'm not using an optimal relic set with Herda currently. I forgot it doesn't use skill points here, so I should have skilled on Remembrance MC.
Nothing but a pawn. Time to twirl. I don't have time for games. Expand your thinking. Watch it grow. Time to twirl. Open sesame. Time to twirl. Do you know who this big diamond? It's all yours. Curious, endless riddle. Nothing but a pawn. Time to twirl.
Are you kidding me? Like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Do I really have to waste a Herda turn like that? Oh my god.
Allow me to purge the root of the bee of your body and mine. I don't have time for games. Expand your thinking. Glimpse me now. Time to twirl. Do you know who this big diamond? It's all yours. Curious, endless riddle. Nothing but
LMAO, like, it's the 1%, man. It's always the 1%.
watch it grow.
This is probably 0 cyclable. I just didn't. I had him at 1%.
Oh dear. Do you know who this big diamond? It's all yours. Never think. Expand your thinking. Time to twirl.
Oh, it's not enough energy. No. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
Time to cleanse the truth. The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding. Curious, endless riddle. Nothing but
Yeah, this pure fiction is really easy because of the mechanic.
open sesame. Glimpse me now. Time to twirl. Expand your thinking.
I will say though, Remembrance MC is 100% better than Robin. Like for the Herda, like in my opinion, it isn't even close. He's more SP positive. He gives better buffs overall, and if you play him right, you can get the action advance quite often, especially in something like Pure Fiction. So if you plan on putting your Remembrance MC on a different team, I'd recommend pulling for Tribby. But if you're going to keep your Remembrance MC on the Herda, I don't even think Tribby is that necessary currently.
Bee of your body and mine. Time to twirl. Open sesame.
Are you enjoying the Herda? I'm enjoying her quite well. She's really fucking good. She's like the reason why I don't have an issue like going so hard for her is that she's good in every single endgame mode. Like there isn't a single endgame mode where she's bad, right? Like it's not like Fei Xiao where she's T0 and APOC and T0 and MOC usually, not this MOC. And then she's like tier 2 or tier 3 in Pure Fiction. Like she's the best all-round DPS in the game currently. So I really don't mind like spending hard for her. Like people were telling me, "Oh, why are you investing so hard? Why are you trying to go for the E2?" And it's like, bro, if I get an E2 Herda, I'll have a comp for every single endgame mode for over a year. A top 1 comp for over a year at least. She flops on the Cocolia side. Yeah, but like most APOC now has one side that has multiple mobs or Ice Week. And I wouldn't even say she flops on the Cocolia side. This morning, I saw a video that I think someone got a 3,700 score with an E0 S1 Herda on the Cocolia side. So it's not even necessarily like she just flops against Cocolia. I want more pulls, man. I want more pulls. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, noob. That's what I'm doing currently. If I'm not able to get E2 or if I just lose the 50-50, I'm going to be going for Sunday in his light cone. I'm prioritizing Sunday over Casters. Keep that in mind. Not the light cone, but Sunday himself. I am prioritizing over Casters because every DPS wants him currently. So I'm going for Sunday and then I'm going for Casters. Because I'm a light spender, if we get 90 pulls in 3.1, that'll be the equivalent of like 117 for me. And since 3.2 is an anniversary, we should get like 20 or 30 more limited pulls than usual. Meaning I'd be able to get like 100 or 110 from the first phase. Which is really, really nice. So I can have over 200 pulls even if I spend all my pulls in 3.0 on Herda. Which should be enough for a Casterus and a Sunday. Really, Puya? It's just that the E2 Herda, like even E1, right? E2 almost, I believe E2 is an 80% damage increase. Not direct, but like overall damage in a cycle, it's around an 80 to 90% damage increase. And specifically against 5 targets, it's over 100% damage increase. So like that E2 is just, oh man. You know what I'm saying? Like Sunday or Robin, Sunday. Sunday's going to have way more value than Robin in the upcoming 3.x. Yeah, exactly, noob. Anniversary patch. Remember, guys, anniversary patch is 3.2. We will likely get like at least 20 limited pulls. I think last anniversary, on Acheron's banner, if I remember correctly, I think we got 30. I mean, poo, it's just not possible. I'd have to lose on Sunday at 80 pity, go 80 pity again and get Sunday, and then go 80 pity again and lose again to not be able to get both Sunday and Castris. If I can't get Sunday and Castris with 240 pulls, I'm fucking done with this game. I'm like genuinely like I'm fucking done with this game, bro. No, I'd have to lose two 50-50s to be screwed. And even then, here's the thing you aren't thinking about, Pooh. So long as I get Sunday, it doesn't matter. Because if I lose on Castris and I can't get enough pulls to pull her, guess who's right after Castris that I can use? Anoxa. So if I lose on Castris and I get that unlucky, I can then just get an Anoxa for my the Herda team. Either way, I get an upgrade. Yeah, but Pooh, no one ever goes to 180 pulls. Like, the average pull pity in this game is like 78. And I remember Mr. Pokey when he was like when he was looking at the average pull pity rate, only 3 people in the world actually went to 90 pity for a 5-star in the last banner. Like that shit almost never happens. I'd also like to mention that recently we've been getting a shit ton of redeem codes, which I think have already made up for like 3 or 4 pulls at this point. Aren't you gonna have to skip a Noxa? Yeah. I plan on getting Anoxa and what's it called, Tribi, like in the future on their reruns, so that I can prioritize a casters team currently. How much permanent content do you have left to grind? What, like currently? Nothing. Like, do you mean like the main story for 3.0? I've already finished it all. I even did the Euphoria side quests. Oh, wait, no. I still have two more. So I have like this random one and this one that gives 10 jades. Yesterday off stream, I did two of the big ones. There isn't really much left. The Acheron Jiaoqiu PTSD is crippling in. I don't think they'll make like a Jiaoqiu. Like I think a Noxa will be a lot more of a general like sub DPS than like a Jiaoqiu battery. Yeah, 70 pulls is I think my average pull pity is around like 75, 76. Like within like the last few patches. It's around there. And then with the Lycone banner, it's way less because I usually never pull for the Lycone banner. That 10 pull I did on the Lycone banner was my first time pulling on it in like a long ass time. Gabby, those three people have better luck than you. No, I realize that, but like I have a plan, Flogun. I've already thought of all this. I'm gonna get Sunday no matter what. I will have enough pulls to get Sunday, even if I do get as unlucky as you guys are saying I will. And if I lose on Castris and I'm not able to get her, I'll just get a Noxa and make my Herda team more future proof. Like either way, it doesn't matter to me. If I don't get Castris, guess who I'm gonna use Sunday on? Phanon. Like I can just wait for Phanon. That's all I have to do. Nah, I don't think so, Albi. Have you seen Anoxa? Like, I understand that the in-game models can sometimes be more disappointing compared to the 2D art, but Anoxa deadass has one of the sickest designs for any dude in the game. Like, he's so cold. Don't pull for pity? No, I'm going to pull. Try to get E2 Herda. The 240 pull number I'm telling you guys currently is for 3.1 in the first phase of 3.2. In reality, it's like 280 if we include the entirety of 3.2. And if I were to include the current patch, it would go into the 300s. But I much prefer getting E2 Herda because it takes like 6 months for these DPSs to rerun. I don't want to wait 6 months to get E2 Herda. You know what I'm saying? You have E1 now? I do, yes. I have E1S1. E1S1 Herda. And I'm currently on 30 pity on the banner. So I'm like 50 pulls away on average. No, exactly, random. Even today, like Acheron today in 3.0, especially like with these trotters, an E2 Acheron, E2S1 Acheron is doing really well, right? And if you have Jiaoqiu, you can easily zero cycle with an E2S1 Acheron. And Acheron is damn near like a year old at this point. Like we're coming up on it. Anoxa's a dude. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to get her E2. If I lose the 50-50, I'm then guaranteed for Sunday. Oh, wait. If I lose the 50-50, I can guarantee get Sunday and Castris. If I win, I could lose on Castris, but then I just put Sunday on a Phanon team and go for a Noxa. So, yeah, like either way, I'm fine with it. If I get unlucky, it'll obviously be more annoying, but yeah, but Pooh, that's like that's what you want to do. Like I just want the E2 because I'm not pulling Tribi and eventually I'm going to have to put Robin back on this team, making it incredibly unskill point friendly. And I'm going to have to put Remembrance MC on like a Phanon or Castris team. Like, I'd much rather get the E2 Herda because the current team I'm using for my Herda won't last. Like, this Remembrance MC is going on another DPS. And putting Robin on here makes the team do less damage and is just overall worse. Like, if you guys want an example, right? This could be just a skill issue on my part, but I think Aventurine is actually better on the Herdas team here because he's more skill point friendly if you have Robin. Because Robin wants to use her skill to get that fucking ult up every time, and it took me 4 cycles with a Robin when I could do it in 2 with Remembrance MC. No, Herda is pretty low investment. Especially if you don't plan to move Remembrance MC to another team. Like, look at this. Outside of my E1 S1, you should be able to clear all endgame just fine with like just E0 S1. And you have small Herda, Remembrance MC, and you can use Gallagher. A lot of people use Gallagher here if they don't have Ling Cha. Gallagher is also a really good choice. Obviously, Ling Cha is better because she's able to do the follow-ups more often. And if your teammates get low, Fu Yuan automatically takes an action. So it's more energy regenerated than Gallagher. But Gallagher is still a very, very good option. Bro, D8. If you have 700 pulls, I think you're good, man. I mean, if you want like an actual recommendation, it's probably just Castris and then Phanon. Probably try to get them like E2. That'll probably last you the longest, those DPSs. And then obviously get their supports. Rentrine's so good once they fix this. They already fixed it, I'm pretty sure. Like when I used to do daily like relic caverns, my adventure or not my adventuring, my March 7th on my facial team would actually like take damage and die over time. But that doesn't happen anymore. I'm pretty sure they fixed it. Oh, really, LB? That's alright, LB. If I can't use Aventurine, I'll probably use Huo Huo. I mean, I'll probably just keep using Ling Cha, actually. I'll just use Ling Cha without, like, rarely ever using her skill. I'll use her skill, like, once every 3 or 4 turns. Dual pull? Nah. Now that I'm at 30 pity and I haven't gotten it early, I'd rather wait until right before her banner goes and then do a few 10 pulls and maybe even stream it. It would be better that way. No, yeah, Huo Huo's skill points are shit, yeah. Okay, guys, keep in mind that Hyacine is rumored for 3.3. Hyacine should be in abundance. So, like, do keep that in mind that there's a good chance that Hyacine ends up being a best in slot abundance with Castris, considering she's the patch right after. Like, I'm probably going to get Hyacine. I don't care. I know I have 4 limited sustains on my account already. I just don't care. I'm going for Hyacine if it makes my Castris team stronger. If there's any propagandist out there for limited sustains, it's me. They last so fucking long. Ling Shaw, Aventurine, and Huo Huo, like all 3, like a year later, are still like absolutely dominating. Although Ling Shaw's the newest one. Yeah, Herta's currently the best DPS in the game, but that's not gonna last. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always a new best DPS around like 2 patches later. Like Acheron 2.1, 2 patches later, Firefly. 2 patches later from Firefly, Fei Shao. Right? Like, 2 patches later, support Fugue makes what's it called? Break the best comp in the game again. And then a patch later, the Herta and Aglaya. Like, it's usually 2 patches is like the max that a character is the strongest for. I think Casters will be better because she's an anniversary unit. Oh, that would be interesting, Benno. Dot Abundance. That would be nice. Like, the only team I've ever been able to use my Huohuo on is Dot. So, like, I've never had a good clue as to how good Huohuo was until recently when I was watching, like, My Day leaks and all that shit. Like, Huohuo is really good with My Day because My Day doesn't consume skill points. Also good with Remembrance MC because of the ER. Hope Sunday gets a rerun in 3.1 or 3.2. I think this is just like solely speculation, but I think most likely he'll rerun on Castris' banner in 3.2. That's like the most likely I see it. It's going to be another Robin Fei Shao situation probably. I'm glad that my videos on pulling Sunday like E0S1 or E1S1 aged like fine wine. I'm so glad. That man wants to be in every fucking new DPS's team. I'm so glad. Do you have Fushuan? I do. I barely use her though. Even though like I replaced her relics on someone else. Like I never touch this girl anymore. Ling Sha, Aventurine, and Huohuo are usually just better than her in almost every scenario. How's the build for your Ling Sha on the Herda team? It's 160 speed with high attack and like no break effect. I literally just put her on the highest speed I possibly could so that she could take as many turns as possible. As you can see, the relics are completely scuffed. They're all just for speed. Like, literally no other reason. Yeah. Like, this is like the speed team, right? We have a 166 speed Remembrance MC on Lushaka and two 2P speeds. We have two 2P speeds on Small Herda as well with Pentagony. And I believe this applies to, this damage bonus applies to the Herda. And she's also on 163 speed. And then Ling Shaw's on 160 speed. So triple 160 speed. Quid pro quo can be useful, or is it just a little upgrade? The reason why I don't use quid pro quo is because with this Lycone, the increased ER for Ling Sha, she's able to get her ult off a lot more often. Like, I'm pretty sure without this, I wouldn't be able to get the ult off like every other turn. So that's the reason why I'm not putting quid pro quo. Because I think her being able to get the ult off and like action forward Fu Yuan, like I'm pretty sure that's just overall better. Hello? How good do you think RMC will be with Castris? Really good. Like 100% better than like no, like Beto. I think Castris's best in slot team will be with both of them. I think that's like the best in slot you can get. I think it'll be a Remembrance MC and Sunday combo with a sustain for Castris. I don't think it'll only be like one of them. That's why I'm mentioning like I'm gonna end up moving Remembrance MC and putting Robin back on the Herta's team. It's because of that. What about the sustainer? Probably the 3.3 abundance, if I had to guess. If not, Ho-Ho probably. If you're struggling with skill points, Ling Sha. If you're not struggling with skill points, probably Ho-Ho. And if we talk about future, probably Hyacinth and 3.3. It all depends on whether or not she's skill point friendly or not. Because, like, the only reason you can really spam skill on My Day so often with Ho-Ho is because he doesn't consume skill points. So if Castris has, like, the same thing, then you could run Ho-Ho. Ho-Ho would probably be the best one if she needs energy. If she doesn't need energy and she only needs, like, consistent team healing, and you're kind of struggling with skill points, 100% Ling Cha probably. I saw someone say Aventurine. Like, I think yesterday in my stream, someone, like, said they would use Aventurine with casters. Well, casters will 100% scale with HP. I don't know if Fu Xuan will be her best in slot, though. I mean, if she is, I'm not complaining. I'd finally get some use out of my Fu Xuan that I haven't touched in ages. Anoxa has to be better than Jade, right? Yeah, probably. If I had to guess, yeah. The thing about Anoxa that's more interesting than Jade is that he's called like an actual sub DPS. So I think Anoxa's main value will come out of, you know, like Herta's trace thingy that gives, if you have 2 erudition units on your team, the erudition units get like an 80% crit damage buff. I think Anoxa will actually like add a significant amount of damage to the comp. It's probably going to be similar to like a Facial follow-up comp where she isn't the only one doing damage. Like, I imagine it the same way. Yeah, Noxa got changed to Imaginary Erudition. Yeah, Jade isn't much better than the 4-star options, like, at all. Like, she's better, but like mainly the main thing that Jade has over them is the skill point neutrality. Like, that's it. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I recommended so many people not to pull for Jade. Like, even before, keep in mind, before we got the Anoxa Imaginary Erudition leak, I was telling people that because Herta's an Emanator, 99% chance she gets a best in slot Erudition down the line. And I had so many people telling me, bro, you're just coping. Jade is 100% going to be the best in slot. And then like a week or two later, we get information that Anoxa got changed to Erudition. Like, you just gotta story scale here, guys. You gotta story scale. S1 Herta fixes skill point issues? Not really, no. If you're using a Robin, I think in specific Robin on the Herta team, even with the Lycone, you're running into skill point issues. If you run Remembrance MC or Sunday, you're completely fine. Or Tribby, right? But specifically, anyone trying to run Robin on the Herta, you're going to run into skill point issues even with the Lycone. And the issue with this is that Remembrance MC is likely going to go on another team. Like, in the future for a different DPS. Because Remembrance MC, He's not even taking like full advantage of his potential on a Herda team. Where is it? And then Anoxa gets changed into Hillary because why not? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I do think the like if he ends up being Erudition, it does make sense. It's just a bit annoying, right? Like I would have preferred it if it was more like Acheron. Like Acheron didn't get Zhao Q until 2.4, which was 3 patches after her release. I think I would have much preferred that than like, oh, you get the Herda, then her best in slot support is the next patch, which is Tribi, and then the best in slot sub DPS is Anoxa, which is literally the next patch as well.
Honored to meet me. Curious, animus. Nothing but a form. Time to twirl. Do you know who this big diamond? It's all yours.
I don't agree, Bowsette. Because the issue with putting the 2.x roster on the standard banner is that then it would be like way too easy to get Eidolons. And like th- those 2.x limited DPSs with Eidolons are straight up like more broken than a lot of current characters. Especially like I have to mention this. I am like the number one Ling Sha glazer, but Ling Sha E1 being able to get that off of a standard banner is a bit crazy. Like obviously I'd prefer it, right? I'd love that. But I don't think they'd ever do it considering they don't even have like the 1.x limiteds on the standard yet. Oh, it was. Yeah, sorry about that. I read it wrong. I'm torn between getting Link Shaw and Castris or just using Gallagher and hoping a better option comes around. Um if you if you're struggling in endgame, it'd probably just be overall better to get Castris and skip Link Shaw. Because once again, there might be a sustain in 3.3 that will end up being best in slot anyways with a lot of characters. So you could just get that one in 3.3 instead. You will have to wait, obviously, because 3.3 is like what? Like nearly 6 months away, but. Do you have E1 Link Shaw? No, my Link Shaw is E0S0. I have a relatable Link Shaw for once. I think E1 Link Shaw would like E1 Link Shaw is when you can start running her as a main DPS in some break scenarios.
Need something?
Now, I agree. They should add some of the 1.x and 2.x characters to the standard banner by like 4.x. But honestly, the thing I care about the most right now is 4 stars. I was talking about this with someone earlier or yesterday in my chat on stream because it was someone who like we had differing opinions on the power creep and shit. And then I think we both agreed that if there were more new 4 stars, like one new 4 star every patch, like players would struggle significantly less in the end game. The fact that you have to get a limited like almost 90% of the time is really really annoying. And 4 stars currently in this game just have less value. Like a lot of them are just significantly worse than limited versions. You're greedy with this take? How's that greedy? Asking for like one 4-star a patch when they're releasing 2 limiteds a patch? Like, keep in mind, I have almost every 4-star E6 at this point. Like, I think I only have 4 not E6'd. So, Su Shang, Yu Kong. Mose is almost E6'd, but that's 3. So, I have 3 4-stars not E6'd, and it's soon to be 2. And I keep in mind, I consistently like skip one patch of banners. Like I consistently do that now. I like skipping a patch of banners so that I can guarantee a character. Yeah, the game has a serious 4-star drought. Like if we had a Bennett in this game, bro, I'm not gonna lie, power creep would be way less of an issue. The only 4-star that is still used often is Gallagher. Yeah, exactly. Like Mose is nice on a Fei Xiao team, but like currently the Fua comp is going to shit because of the endgame favoring AoE DPSs, right? Like it's not even that Fei Xiao is weak. I'm not gonna sit here and say she's weak. It's just that the endgame is 100% favoring the AoE DPSs. So like Mose doesn't even have all that much value outside of a Fua comp. Gallagher though, yeah, I think Gallagher 100% has been like the goat free to play sustain for a long time now, and apparently we're getting another 4-star sustain in 3.x. I think the reason though why Gallagher is this good is because he's a sustain. Like I've said this before when I glazed Ling Sha, but sustains have such good value in this game. Like in my opinion, it's literally on the exact same level as harmonies. They have really, really good value. Ling Sha exists because HSR regrets making Gallagher. Bro, Axe, that's actually like completely true. Like they knew that they fucked up and that they had to make Ling Sha like straight up an upgrade on Gallagher, who was already better than a lot of the limited sustains. What's your take on Gallagher being better than Luocha? I mean, that's not wrong, no. Like Luocha's better at healing, so if you're struggling with healing, Luocha would be better. But in terms of just like team versatility, Gallagher 100% beats Luocha. Yeah, 10% better than Gallagher on release, by the way. 10% better than Gallagher. They even put a DDD in Fugue's Eidolon. Yeah, that E2 is really, really good. E1 and E2 Fugue is really good. I'm not gonna lie, if you have it, the break team becomes so much more broken when you put in Harmony Trailblazer with a DDD. Like I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of a cheat code to use S5 DDD on Harmony Trailblazer on a break team. Like I was watching Mr. Pokey do some runs yesterday on his stream like late in the morning. Bro, he fucking spams DDD every 2 seconds. Like that shit is so broken. Quid pro quo and skill points go burr. I'm saying, bro. I don't even use Quid Pro Quo that often though. But yeah, Quid Pro Quo on Gallagher just goes absolutely insane. Um, I probably have to do this thing over here. AA is so broken it should be nerfed. I agree. This is why I was glazing what's it called? This is why I was glazing Tribby so hard before the in-game leaks come out, because the leakers kept saying that Tribby was gonna give action advance, and I thought that was like the most broken shit alongside Respen. Oh, do I have to? I have to do it on the other one. You recommend to build the RMC now? I don't know what WLBC means. But yes, RMC is really good with the Herda. I think he's better than any other option. Except maybe Sunday. I'm not sure how Sunday does. But I do think Remembrance MC might still even be better than Sunday. Got E1 Link Shaw before E6 went Hyphen. E1 Link Shaw is so fucking good. I don't think there's a better sustain E1. Doesn't Wowo's E1 give a bit of speed whenever she uses her skill? But I do think 20% defense down is better. Yes? Yeah, I remember E1 Wowo being used in a lot of like teams because of the E1. Oh, it's 12%, not 6%. Really? I can't do this normally? But aren't there boxes blocking me? Or am I tripping? How do I get rid of these boxes? Is there a hand thingy around here? I don't have DDD at S5. I only have 3 as a 1.0 player. Yeah, it's really hard to get DDD copies. But even then, like, any copy of DDD is still good. S5 is just, like, the best possible. Nice. So you can punch in this. Okay. I thought so. That's better. Most E1 limited sustains is either adding more sustain capabilities or increasing team damage output. Yeah. It's really nice. I think E1 Ling Sha in specific is the most broken Eidolon for break teams. Like, I think in general you could argue Ho-Ho's is better because of the speed. But, like, in their niche, respectively, like, E1 Ling Sha is way too fucking busted. Like, there's nothing even remotely close. Missing Vessel of Divinity. I'm assuming that's this. Do you think I'll be fine skipping Herda's light cone and saving for Castris or Sunday? I'm in the same situation as you, except E0S0 Herda. It does hurt more to use her without... I think Okay, I'll say this: using Remembrance MC or Sunday on the Herda team or Tribby, right? If you get Tribby, either one of those three is more skill point positive than Robin. So if you plan to get either of those three, you'll probably have a lot easier of a job, even with E0S0. But if you're like using a Robin on E0S0 Herda, like that shit is so scuffed. It is so scuffed. Yeah, that's the issue, Blad. That's literally the exact same issue I have currently. Like Sunday and Remembrance MC are going to be the best in slots for casters, like 99% chance. Oh, so that's how you got down here. I used Herda's technique yesterday here, and I was so confused because, like, I didn't know what you were supposed to do to go all the way down here. Yep, there it is. Try for E1. No, I can't get E1 Sunday. Like, I'd have to get insanely lucky. If I get insanely lucky and don't lose a 50-50, sure, but otherwise, not really. And even then, I'd rather get a Noxa if I get lucky than go for E1 Sunday. I know that E1 is really broken for summon DPSs, but Facial Run is the most helpful thing with these puzzles. I'd imagine, man. The only reason I've been using Herda is because, like, it's just a nice change of scenery for me. Like, I've been running around with Fei Xiao and, like, in my videos and in game for, like, 3 patches at this point. Yeah, 40% Death Shred is pretty nasty. I thought Robin was SP efficient. Uh, Not really. No. If you get Tribby's Light Cone for Robin, your life would probably be significantly easier. But without Tribby's Light Cone allowing her to get ult significantly earlier, you just have to spam that skill to get energy. And then the issue is that you're also spamming skill every turn on small Herda and spamming skill every turn on big Herda. That's like the issue that comes in. So the only person on the team that is skill point neutral or SP positive is your sustain, which is just not good. Yeah, I'm really glad there's a new character that can like find chests. Like it's really nice.
Open sesame. Shiny squirrel! Curious, endless, little. Nothing but a forest.
Castros, I'm waiting to see that sweet less speed, more damage, only to be anti-synergy with E2 Branya. Uh, I mean, the thing is, so as far as I'm aware, you can give casters speed buffs in the actual battle. Like the relic set specifies if your base or if your speed is 110 or 95 before entering battle, that you get the crit rate buff. So any speed buffs that you give her like actually in battle will not like get rid of the crit rate from the set. LeBron getting 2 instead of Sunday. Hey, some people already got Sunday on their teams, man. There's a little too many supports to pull on. I'm currently in the midst of trying to farm relics for what's it called? Casters. So I've gotten this piece that's like 3 crit damage. I wish this 2 went into HP, but so here it says decreases wearer speed by 8% before entering battle. Yeah, before entering battle. If the wearer's speed is lower than 110 or 95, increases crit rate by 20 or 32%, and this effect as well applies to the memo sprite. My relics are mid, but I've only farmed the domain for like 1 day. This is like the best piece I think I have. I got this one this morning. It unfortunately 3 rolls went into defense percent instead of HP. This body is actually pretty good. Only went into HP and crit damage. And then these boots, unfortunately, all went into crit rate. But there's nothing you can really do about it. I mean, it is what it is, Doge. It is what it is. It's fine. I don't want to get caught up in that shit anymore. It's just boring. I think this is 30 CV. Like, I think at the end of the day, people have their own opinions on shit, so I'm not going to go hard on someone for believing something that I just don't. Because for a lot of people, it's a subjective experience. Like, there are some people who don't mind the power creep at all because they consistently play the game. And there are other people who might want to take like a break from the game here and then, come back, and still be able to clear the end game. And that's understandable, but there's too many different point of views for many people. Will HP body be good for casters instead of crit? I think so, yeah. If she's anything similar to My Day, I'm pretty sure My Day currently also uses HP body. And she already gets like... So if you run her with her relic set, plus Sunday, plus Remembrance MC, I believe that's 62% crit rate without like any substats at all. Because Remembrance MC gives 10% crit rate with mem support on E1. And she'll probably also like scale some of her crit, if I had to guess, from her max HP, so... Yeah, she also has an HP planar set coming in 3.1 that gives 25% crit damage to the Memo Sprite and her, and it increases her max HP by 12%. The current 3.0 set is her set, Apollo. I don't think there's a relic set releasing in 3.2. There isn't any leaks for a 3.2 relic set at all. And I want you guys, like, people keep saying that this set is for Tribby, but you need to remember, Tribby does not have a Memo Sprite, yet this relic set specifies Memo Sprite. So this is clearly meant for both Tribby and as well, what's it called? It's meant for both Tribby and Castris. Otherwise, it wouldn't have this Memo Sprite thing here. How do I do this? There we go. Yeah, it's definitely her set, yeah. Who farmed the current summon planar set rip? There was actually someone telling me that they thought the current new summon set would be best in slot for casters because they already had a lot of good like stuff for it, but I mean she's an HP scaler, bro. Anything that gives an max HP increase is probably just better. I'm using the light cone in the MOC shop, Serif, for my Remembrance MC. Anyone can get it. I don't think I'll be able to pull Castros' Lycone. So I'm gonna pull for the Remembrance Lycone in the Battle Pass. Or I'm gonna choose the Remembrance one. So that I can use that as a filler Lycone for her. No problem, Zarif. Yeah, it's that relic set, I believe, is also like best in slot for my day, but it isn't by much. I'm pretty sure. This is why I'm skipping 3.0 entirely. Yeah. 3.0 is a bit of a sleeper patch. Although I say that in my days like one of the most badass like dudes in the entirety of the game, but compared to what comes after, it's like completely different. I'm assuming crit damage for body, HP for boots, quantum / HP for orb. It'll probably be HP orb and not quantum if I had to guess. And HP. I think it'll be full HP though, Blad. Because from what I've seen, like even like currently with My Day, they'll probably do something similar with My Day. Every single build I've seen for like My Day and like the leaks, he runs full HP percent almost. Like he just runs full HP percent. And then there's like some crit stats on the substats, and that's it. Like I think it would be the exact same thing for casters. Skip button would be so good, yeah. I agree. Good luck, Apollo. I will be trying to get E2 Herta before her banner goes. I don't even know if that's possible. It probably isn't. But I will be trying for it. Like, if it really gets, like, down to the wire, I might start, like, pulling up maps on my, what's it called, like, Google Chrome before her banner ends. And going around, like, all the planets where I don't have every single chest. What is your pity? 30 right now. 30 pity. And I have like 2 pulls or something. If I lose the 50-50, I'm guaranteed Sunday in Casters. If I win the 50-50, I'm getting an E2 Herta. It's a win-win either way. It's a win-win either way. I'll probably upload a 0 cycle if I do end up getting E2 Herta. Even though it isn't impressive. I started building pity on Ling Shaw's banner. Hey, hope you get her early. At 60 pity, saving it for Sunday E1. Nice, newbie. Sunday E1 S1 is really strong with summon DPSs. I need Herta and her light cone. Already got Ling Sha. Yeah. At least you got Ling Sha. Ling Sha is 100% just the best sustain. I'm not gonna lie. At least for the Herda. Do I get Fei Xiao's Lycone or Robin E1? Probably Robin E1. That's a much better value. I also think it does more than her Lycone. Because the Fua comp doesn't only have Fei Xiao doing damage. It's usually another sub DPS. Yeah, Mariah, it's nice. It's nice. There's a lot less Robins on the zero cycles currently because of especially the Herda. Although I'm not gonna lie, I have still been seeing Robins, but like now they're E1 and E2. Like a lot of people are starting to do zero cycles with E1 and E2 Robin because it's become a lot harder with E0. Oh, really persistent? Is it for remembrance? I could probably use that on that might be good for remembrance MC at some point to hit certain speed thresholds while still maintaining some good crit damage. For remembrance MC, yeah. That's nice. I realized that I've won 3 50-50s one after another, and second one was at 0 pity. God damn. You lucky son of a bitch. I wish I could get that luck. I still have a 25-75 like win-loss ratio for 50-50s. I'm hoping it can be fixed a little more by being able to get E2 Herda before the banner goes. But I'm not going to be counting on it, that's for sure. Like, I've already won 150-50. I've accepted the little bit of luck I've gotten. The real HSR endgame is the banner system? Yeah. Oh my god, how long is this quest? All I wanted was 50 jades. Is it ever this serious? E3 Clara, and it's your second week of free to play? God damn. That's unfortunate. Not even a single Bronya or Bronya Lycone. She's like one of the worst limited support options, Ray. Like, not the worst, but Sunday, Remembrance MC, and the upcoming Tribby should be better than Robin. She's like the second last. Actually, no, there's also Sparkle and Bronya. Never mind. She's decent, but she's just not good. Like, or best in slot type thing. Might as well hope to get Sunday on rerun. Yeah. I think I will have to play my Herda unoptimally for a little while. Once I get Casterus, because I will have to put Robin back on her team. But I will get Tribby on a rerun. Harmonies usually get reran faster anyway, so I look forward to it. After I pulled the Herda and Casterus, I'm fucking done pulling, bro. Like, I'm not pulling for anyone else in 3.x. I don't care how cool they look. I'm saving all my pulls after I solidify both comps for 4.x. Unless there comes out like a new support that makes them even stronger. I'm not gonna go for Phanon if I get Castris. It's too no, that's too much. No. There's no way. If I lose on Castris, I'll go for Phanon. But if I get Castris, I'm not going for Phanon anymore. It's too much. I have to get Herta's best in slot teammates. I have to get Castris' best in slot teammates. Then I pull Phanon and I have to get his best in slot teammates. I've had enough. I've had enough. No, that's what I'm saying, Blad. I don't mind pulling for like supports for their comp, but like only for their comp. I'm not gonna pull any new DPS for any new comp.
Never seen perfection before. Expand your thinking. Time to twirl. May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Honored to meet you. Allow me to the truth. Everything in this world is bleak.
Yeah, like to be fair, take it with a grain of salt. We are way too far away from Phanon. But like some random leaker for some reason just said, like, I remember like 2 weeks ago, there was a random leak on Sunday's best in slot teammate and they said Sunday. So if that shit ends up being true, like I'm gonna be honest, fuck Phanon, bro. Fuck Phanon and fuck Sunday. Sunday staying on one team.
Nothing but a fawn.
Hope Hyacinth's best in slot for casters because I am skipping Ling Cha. Yeah, probably will be. Well, I'll be getting reran characters, cause I'm skipping Tribby, I'm skipping Anoxa. Like, I'll be able to use my pulls on the like the reran banners to make my the Herda stronger. And let's say like I'm not able to get fucking what's it called, like Hyacinth either, then I also get Hyacinth on a rerun. So I just pull for the reran supports for my comp that I wasn't able to pull earlier. You won't be getting anyone new, right? I mean, technically, they'd be new for me. Like, even if they're reruns, they still be new for me. Like, I have no problem not pulling for, like, absolute new characters constantly. Like, all I want are 2 comps that will clear the endgame fine for me for, like, a year. And I think Castris and the Herda will do that for me. I don't really care all that much about, like, getting new characters, like, no matter what. And then when there is like a new big DPS drop that I really want to invest in, boom, I have like 300 or 400 pulls. And I don't think so. Actually, no, it shouldn't be that bad. I don't think it'll be that bad. I think 8 million might be more of like a higher standard toward the end of 3.x for bosses, but I don't think it'll be that bad. Yeah. I'm pulling for 2 DPSs who are very important in the story and will very highly likely get best in slot supports in the future, making them significantly more future proof. There really isn't a better plan than this. Especially with E2 Herda, if I'm able to get the E2, she's 100% lasting me longer than a year. Like probably nearly 2 years. Even currently, like an E2 or an E0S0 Acheron with Zhao Q is like able to 3 cycle shit. Like, I should be fine with an E2S1 the Herda. Bro, how long is this quest?
Need something?
Yeah, everything's like Ice Week and all that shit. Oh my goodness, it's a Galea. I mean, I'm not even glazing the Herda though, like at all. Like I'm pretty confident she'll end up being power crept, but the thing is, I'm getting E2 Herda. Like it doesn't matter if she gets power crept at E0S0 or E0S1. Like all that matters is that she just lasts a long time. Like I think we're all aware like Castris will probably be stronger than the Herda on release. I don't have any fucking doubt about that. That's just how Hoyo does shit. Nice, 3 pulls. We thought the same about Dill. I mean, Dill did last long though. Like Dill even today with E2 is clearing endgame. Like Dill came out in 1.x. It's now 3.x and he's still clearing endgame with his E2. Like I think that's good enough. What is a good replacement for Big Herda's signature? Because I want E1 first. I think it's just Eternal Calculus. I think it's just the Herda Shop Lycone. I think that's the only one. Yeah, or Battle Pass Lycone. I think Battle Pass Lycone is on the level of S5 seriousness of Breakfast. So there's that as well. Yeah, exactly, Rokumata. Like, Dill lasted a long ass fucking time with that E2. Albie, the thing is though, you won't be miserable if you pull Tribby or Jade. See that like that's how they get you with it, right? Like if you pull Jade currently and then you also pull Tribby next patch, you'll have enough skill points to be fine without the what's it called? To be fine without the light cone. So that they basically tell you, hey, you either pull the light cone or you pull Jade if you want the like if you want to always have skill points optimally. That's basically it. They sell you the solution. I agree, Jade's a scam, especially with Anoxa probably being Erudition now, but that's just how they do it. I mean, most people don't even look at leaks anyway, so they'll pull Jade thinking that she's a best in slot for forever. Yeah, but Serval and Small Herda consumes skill points a lot, Irokumata. Like, Jade is kind of like SP neutral, I'm pretty sure. While you want to spam skill on Small Herda and Serval constantly. Leakers on top? No, they really are. They really are, man. I'm so glad. I'm fighting for skill points with my E2 S1 Herda with Jade Gabby. How? How? How are you? What? How? Are you using Robin as the support? Oh, you're using Robin. Okay. And Huo Huo. Yeah, that makes sense. Like Huo Huo wants to use her skill every turn, and Robin also wants to use skill to get the ult up. Like, even with my current comp that doesn't have Jade, and I'm spamming skill on Herda every time she takes a turn, like, this comp, I don't have problem with skill points at all. Aventurine can also be replaced, even though he's worse than Ling Sha. But he can be put in here. RMC moment. RMC moment. It really is. Is it better to get E1 her light cone? Her light cone is better for skill points, so quality of life, but the E1 is a bigger overall damage boost. And also kind of like almost gets rid of the point of Tribby. Like the only thing Tribby really offers Herda anymore after getting the E1 is the ER from her doing follow-ups, and that's about it. Another thing I find really annoying with Tribby showcases currently is it's almost impossible to find an E0S0 Tribby showcase. Every single one of them is using her light cone. It's propaganda, bro. E2 Herda noob. If I was confident that I'd invest in the Herda comp and like it'd last me a long time, E2 Herda. Because E2 Herda can still use like a Venturine or Gallagher or Huohuo, right? In my opinion, it's just like only better than pulling Ling Sha. But then again, you're comparing 3 limiteds to 1 limited. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a very, very unfair comparison. No, we're not doom posting Tribby. No, Tribby is so. I'm pretty sure Remembrance MC currently, like E0S0 Tribby, Remembrance MC is better than E0S0 Tribby. But Tribby, the issue is you're gonna put Remembrance MC on a different DPS in the future, and the second best option is Tribby currently, and this is only the V1, so there's a decent chance she as well gets a buff, making her stronger. So yeah, like if you have Remembrance MC, Tribby is not like that best in slot, but if you do end up moving Remembrance MC from your the Herda team, Tribby is like you probably want to pull her. Oh really, Rokumana? I mean, I'll just say she's broken. I'll be. I feel like too. Like I was getting like I made a community post about Remembrance MC being better than Tribby, and like the leakers themselves are saying it as well. And people were telling me that I was just being like I literally put currently. People always misread every time I say something. I say currently V1 Tribby E0S0 worse than Remembrance MC. And they're like, "Oh my god, you're going to take back your words in the future in the new versions." And it's like, "Yeah, because I'm only talking about V1. I'm not talking about her future versions." Like there's a decent chance that she doesn't get buffed either. Like you just never know. Yeah, like I literally told people, I think yesterday in my stream, wait until Herda's banner is almost gone, because by then we'll have like V3 or V4 Tribby. And then you'll have like a way better idea of like how much better Tribby is over like other supports by then. Because V3 or V4, usually the kit is pretty solidified by then. Alright, guys, I'm going to end stream here. A bit of a short stream, but I did wake up pretty late. I'm also hungry because I haven't eaten anything today. Love you all. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.